What does Italia Conti look for in an audition?
The timetable ran from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Let's speak about being in the shopping centre.
They will hire out a West End venue, which is good. So I did my agent showcase at the Savoy.
Hello, welcome to the Drama School podcast. My name is John Richmond, and today we are talking about Italia Conti. I am joined with a graduate from Conti. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Hannah Wilson. I was a student at Conti from 2020 to 2023, so I graduated 2 years ago, and I'm now out in the industry auditioning. Yes.
Living the life of an actor?
Grinding.
Okay. Okie dokie. Let's talk about the training at Italia Conti. So give us an idea of the classes you do in the day, when the day starts and ends, just like a day in the life.
Cool. So when I was there, the timetable ran from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So you wouldn't be in from 8 till 8. It would just kind of depend. You'd start a bit later, finish later, how it usually goes. And I know weekly we would have like 3 ballet classes a week, 3 jazz classes a week, 1 tap. And then alongside that, we had 3 different acting lessons, 3 different rep lessons, and then ensemble singing and guest workshop as well.
Guest workshop?
Yeah, so guest workshop was like we'd have someone from the industry like come in, and they'd come from like a different show and they'd teach us a bit of like audition rep, or they'd do like an ATS.
No way.
Class. Yeah, it's actually, that was one of my favourite classes probably.
So are your teachers mainly freelance teachers working in the industry, or do you have your set teachers and then some other people come in? Yeah,
it was mainly faculty, so people that worked there full time, which was actually quite nice because they got to know you really well over the 3 years and things. But we did, every now and then we had the occasional teacher come in that would come and go depending on if they were working.
Yeah, that's great. You get a good balance there.
Yeah, it was a really nice balance of everything, which I think was good.
Brilliant. Okay, so what are the different courses that Italia Conti do? So you did the musical theatre degree?
Yes, I did the musical theatre degree, and they also do the musical theatre. And they've started a new degree that's like musical theatre, but for actors. So it's like more of an acting-based musical theatre degree. I know they have the dance degree and the dance diploma. I think there's a voice MA, and there's also just straight acting at Italia Conti as well. I know they've added quite a few courses since I've left. I
know when I did my audition, you were told you're auditioning for the musical theatre degree, but there's also a chance you could be offered a place on the musical theatre. It's like a 3-year course, but it's not diploma. Yeah.
Diploma, yeah.
So there's lots going on.
Yeah, they still do the diploma as well.
So on the musical theatre degree, do you remember how many people were in your course?
There were. So I started off 20 because I was there during the move. I started off 20, and then I think there was
20 people on the course
in my because I was at a different campus, and then there was 40 at the other. So I think there was 60 on the degree in total, and then about 40 in a diploma. So there was like 100 in our year in total, including degree and diploma.
Okay,
but yeah.
And Italia Conti is part of it. Is it a uni school, or is it a?
I believe it's part of the University of East London.
Okay,
so it's like attached to that university. That's where our degree was validated from.
Right, okay. So you'd apply through UCAS, and you don't have to worry about not getting a student loan because it's not a private institution.
Yeah, and also, fun fact, because the uni's in London, you actually get the London amount of student loan even though you're not living in London.
Yeah, okay. That's good to know. So you get the extra money.
Yeah, you get extra money.
So you're still broke, but just a little less. A little less broke. What are the differences in training between first, second and third year?
First year, I think, is kind of like any other drama school where it's just laying the foundations. It's basically going back to basics. I remember I went to Conti as a dancer, and I felt like we did kind of go back a bit, but in a way it was helpful because you are just laying the foundations.
Yes.
And then second year was kind of more where you would combine acting, singing and dancing. It would become a bit more integrated between the 3. And then third year was obviously very performance based and a lot more. The first 2 years were preparing you for third year. We did still have like a lot of classes in third year, but it was my main focus was obviously like agent showcase and 30 musicals and things.
And then throughout the 3 years, do you have to do written work? Like, do you have different modules in terms of theory?
Yes, we did. We did music theory in first year, but only in first year. And then I believe we did like an essay a term. It was pretty manageable. I found it okay. I think when we got to third year, sorry, just jumping ahead. Third year, we obviously did like our dissertation, but that was really performance based as well. So we ended up having to devise our own piece of theatre, and then our dissertation was basically just us writing about like the process of it.
Okay.
Which I thought was actually quite good, because rather than just sitting and writing everything, it was more practical based.
Yeah.
Which is what you need if you're doing musical theatre.
And then if you struggle with the theory side of university, and you've come here to study singing, dancing, acting, not write essays, but you have to do it, do you get support from the tutors?
Yes, there was learning support in Italia Conti, who I actually did spend a lot of time with. But he was Hamza. I think he's still there. Shout out Hamza if he ever listens to this. But he was like the backbone of the theory side of Conti. They have like a whole what's it called? Learning support office, and you'd have one-to-ones with people who would basically help you like go through the breakdown of whatever you're just like, not dissertation, the module that you're working on at the time. He would help you break it down and kind of make it a bit more easy to understand.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's speak about third year.
Yes.
So in third year, you moved into the new building.
Yes.
Which is in a shopping centre.
Yes, in Woking.
Which I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it is actually, to be fair, because you're right in the middle of the town centre, so you're close to all the shops, right opposite M&S.
Let's speak about being in the shopping centre.
Yeah.
What a selling point that is. So you walk in past, is it M&S, basically? Just different shops?
Yeah, the way the like shopping centre isn't working, it's like this main bit, and then where Conti is, it's on a new extension. It was all built at the same time, basically, so it's like the new town of Woking. It's actually quite nice, and it's right next to like a little market walk, so there's like loads of food stands, got coffee shops.
Okay.
If you need to pop out, there's a Boots. You can print your headshots if you need to.
There you go.
Yeah, it's actually quite handy because you can go out and do things that you need to do. If you ever have a free period, obviously, like rehearse and practice what you need to do. But equally, there's loads of things that you can do as well.
Okay. And then in the Italia Conti part of the building, do you have like different facilities, i.e. a gym, a canteen?
We had like the hub, it was called, which is like, it had a kitchen area, microwaves, kettle, boiling water tap, actually. Fancy.
There you go.
It didn't have a gym, but literally right, because it's in a shopping centre, as you come out of Conti, I think on the left-hand side, there's a gym group there that actually offers like discounted memberships for Italia Conti students.
Oh, perfect.
Which is really helpful. Yeah, we have recording studios in there. There was a lot of like one-to-one private singing rooms. Then they've got all of the acting studios in one side of the building, and then like huge dance studios on the other side.
Okay.
There's showers as well.
Okay.
If anyone wants to shower.
Good. Right, let's talk about the audition process for Italia Conti.
Yes.
So I assume the audition process will be a bit different to when you audition?
Yeah, when I did it, it was literally one round in person.
Okay.
It was a lot different how it is now, because now I believe you have to send in a self-tape for the first round, which is a contemporary monologue, musical theatre song, both under 1 minute 30, and then some technical dance bits and a dance solo for the first round.
Yeah, I remember doing that.
Yeah, which is...
It was a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, but then it means that if you do get a recall, when you go back, your audition actually is likely to be a lot smaller, which is, I think, is nicer rather than going into like a massive audition for the first round.
And it means you get to showcase everything. I think a lot of self-tapes, it's like sing a song and give us a monologue, but you don't get to show your dancing, or you don't get to show a bit of your personality. So I think having such a big first round audition via self-tape is quite good.
Yeah.
You have to show a bit of you.
Yeah, exactly. And I think also, I know there is one where you have to do a solo dance, and everyone stresses about that so much, but like the amount of people that come to Conti that are like maybe call themselves dancers or not dancers, singers or actors first, like it's still getting like, it's not as deep as you think it is. Because I think everyone sees like solo dance and panics, but it's really fine. I used to speak to some people in my year about what they did for their solo dance, but who were like actors first. They're like, oh.
But they got in.
Yeah, they got in. So
you don't need to be a dancer first to get into Conti.
No.
So that's the first round. You do your self-tape. So now you'll be waiting. I remember for me, it was, I think 3 to 4 weeks. And then I found out I was recalled. The recall, you're in person in the new shopping centre building.
The new facility.
The new facilities. I love calling it a shopping centre. It's so cool. Do you know a bit about the recall?
Yeah, so the recall is the same monologue and same song you did for your tape, I think, and then you bring something contrasting as well. So it'll be a classical monologue and then probably like a legit song as well. And then 3 dance classes at the recall. You do ballet, technical centre practice, and a piece of jazz choreography. So it's quite long. I think it is quite a long recall, but then again, it's that whole thing of, I think auditions that take longer usually do work out better in your favour because the panel actually get more time to get to know you. Unlike, I know some drama schools, you can go in and you can literally be there for like 2 hours, sometimes less. I remember going into one audition and literally being like there for an hour, and I was like, oh, guys, okay, any fun person, let me in. But yeah, so it's like a full day, I think. And then you also get an interview for a recall, so you get to speak to one of the members of the staff. I think it's usually like the principal or deputy or someone who's like a head of a course. So you actually get to speak to some of the teachers, ask them any questions that you have about the school, which I think is really nice as well, because I don't know of a lot of places that offer like an interview as well. But yeah, so that's the recall. And then I think you just find out after that.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks.
Yeah. I think for me, it was about a week after I got a result. Around the time of your Italia Conti recall, you will be told which pathway Conti are considering you for. There are 2 pathways. It's the musical theatre pathway, the triple threat pathway, and the musical theatre dance pathway. In the first 2 years, when you're on this pathway, you'll just have lessons catered towards this. So if you're on the dance pathway, you'll have more dance training. If you're on the triple threat pathway, you'll have more triple threat training. And then in 3rd year, you're put together with the rest of your year and you have classes together. This isn't to put you in a box. It's not to say this is the type of performer you are and you're never going to be an actor singer or you're never going to be a dancer. It's just to cater to your strengths so that you get more focused training in those specialities. Do you have any advice, Hannah, for someone auditioning for Italia Conti?
I think just Conti's a very like people place, if that makes sense. The reason I chose Conti in the end was because I just liked the like kind of community feel of it so much. So my advice would just kind of be go and be really open to everything there.
What does Italia Conti look for in an audition?
Ooh, I'd say they definitely look for people with potential. I'm sure you probably heard this much, but like I remember it's what all of my teachers used to say to me. They're not looking for the finished product. They're looking for people that are willing to commit, do the hard work, and are willing to take on feedback and are wanting to grow. Because obviously I know some people kind of come to drama school with this mindset of, well, I know I'm good at this, so this is what I'm going to stick at. But I think if you go and you're showing willingness to like grow and develop in new areas, they're definitely like interested in people who are willing to do that.
So it's showing that you're trainable.
Yeah.
You can adapt and you can learn.
Yeah, and you're nice to work with.
Yeah.
They look for, nice people.
Good, that's good. Okay, Hannah, tell me about the student life at Italia Conti. So I'm assuming there's some bars around the area?
Yeah, so I think most people who go to Conti, they'll live in either Woking or Guildford, because Guildford is literally a 10-minute train from Woking. I think it costs like £3 if you've got a rail card. So a lot of the students live between those 2 places. Woking's got a lot of nice bars and like pubs and stuff, but then if you're wanting to go out, Guildford is usually where...
Guildford's where it's at.
Guildford's where it's at. And there's obviously like GSA and stuff in Guildford, so it's also a nice place to meet other drama school students. The student life is quite nice, to be fair. It's a nice... Well, I managed to find a nice balance. It obviously depends on the person. But I know we used to do like Conti events. Well, the Freshers team would do like events every term. So even after Freshers Week was done, we'd still do like a Halloween event or a Christmas event.
Oh, that's good.
So there was usually something every term, which was quite good actually, because it's a nice way to... And we would do it with all of the courses. So it'd be musical theatre, acting and dance. And it was a nice way to like mingle with other people in the school that we always do. And then also I know in the first week in Freshers Week, Conti themselves, they should throw like an actual like party in the building. I don't know if that still happens. I'm pretty sure it still happens, but they started doing it with the new building, so I know they do that in Freshers Week.
Brilliant. That's lovely.
Yeah, it's a nice community.
And then when you are looking for maybe a weekend job or an evening job, are there different places you can work as a student?
Yeah, I'd say it's a really good area for that as well, because obviously between Guildford and Woking, you've got loads of different shops in the shopping centre as well, obviously.
Yeah.
You've got coffee shops, there's bars and things that people work at. I know most of my flatmates had a job whilst we were there. I had a friend that worked at a coffee shop, a friend that worked in like the cinema in Woking, and then a friend who I worked in one of the clubs in Guildford as well for a bit as well, which was good. But yeah, I think because it is such a studenty area, a lot of places are willing to take on students as employees, which is good.
Okay, you mentioned your flatmate.
Yes.
Let's speak about the living circumstances at Italia Conti. Do you get student halls or do you have to find your own places?
So there aren't any like set student halls for Italia Conti specifically, but there is a place in Guildford called Guildford Village, which was built in like 2021, I think it opened. But it's basically like a student halls facility. I know a lot of people in first year in Conti and second and third year lived there, and they have a minibus that runs from Guildford Village either to Woking or the train station. I know it's one of the two. They definitely had a minibus of some sort. But so people will live in those student halls. I think they're quite popular. There's also another place in Guildford called Scape, which is like a student halls kind of thing. And then usually second and third year people find like flats and houses. But there is quite a lot, obviously, Guildford again, because it's got the Uni of Surrey. There's loads of student housing. Like relatively reasonably priced is the word that I was looking for. Not relatively priced. And Woking as well. There's loads of like big flat apartment complexes.
Brilliant.
People find places there.
And then the other thing that someone auditioning for Italia Conti will be thinking about is they're not in London. How easy is it for you to get to London?
So easy. It's so good, to be fair, because from Woking, you can get a fast train up to London that literally stops. So you get on at Woking and then I think it stops at Clapham Junction and then Waterloo.
Okay.
So it takes, if you get on a fast train, I think it's 25 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can get on a slow train, it's like 45 minutes and it's about like 10 to 20 pounds depending on a rail card. So it's good. I remember I used to like finish classes, get changed, and then I'd get on a train and go and watch a show in the evening.
Oh, that's
so it's
great.
like you are, even though you're not in London, you're still probably the best like connected you could be to London.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
So.
Let's talk about performance opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And I think predominantly third year, you'll get your third year show.
Yes.
Let's speak about that then.
Yes. So when I was in third year, we did 2 musicals and an agent showcase. So you do a musical usually in the autumn, winter term, and then one in the spring term. I know recently they've been doing it so they'll do one musical and then the first term is like a more of a showcase kind of thing.
Right.
But I think that's also a good idea because they can cater it to people's strengths rather than trying to put people into a box for a certain show, if that makes sense. Which is really good. It also means in third year, your timetable is, I know, in the mornings, Monday to Thursday, we'd do show rehearsals, and then afternoon was like still class. So you still get that training, which is good. And then in February, March time, you do agent showcase, which they will hire out a West End venue, which is good. So I did my agent showcase at the Savoy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, which is so good.
You perform in the West End?
Yeah.
No way.
Third year, everyone gets their West End debut.
What the heck?
West End in third year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I know they've been doing it at the Piccadilly where Moulin Rouge is for the past couple of years. So you put on a showcase in London and then you can just invite all of the agents and stuff to come then.
Does your school have a theatre?
Yes. It's got a black box theatre like inside the building, which we use for like projects and stuff. Like you do a musical project in second year. I did Godspell.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've got a black box theatre in the actual building, and then you've also got the Buzz Theatre, which is part of the complex, but it's like a bit of a walk. And then also we're so close to the Rhoda McGaul Theatre and the New Victoria Theatre, I think, but like loads of touring shows and stuff go there, which is good because you can also watch shows and then perform as well. Yeah, and then the summer show we do at the Rhoda McGaul, which is like full I don't know how many seats. I don't know. I'm not going to lie and say how many seats, but it's a good size. That's also where we do our third year shows.
Do you get to perform in the summer show in first and second year?
Yes. So
Right.
first and second year summer show, it's obviously in summer term. And it's usually like a medley of, we'll do like numbers from different musicals. There's a theme every year.
And you can look forward to that throughout the year.
Yeah. Summer show is always really good fun.
Okay, let's talk about the alumni of Italia Conti.
Yes.
What types of jobs have recent alumni been able to perform in?
I think the nice thing about Conti is that I think it's produced so many different types of performers. I've got a lot of friends that are doing like primarily cruise contracts, a lot of vocalists, and then equally loads of people doing dance contracts. I have some friends that have done a couple of UK tours. There's a girl in my year who's just finished in 6 UK tour.
Good.
I've got a couple of friends that are about to go on tour with Miss Saigon. And then there was a girl that did Shrek UK tour. So yeah, there's quite a lot of like variety. Everyone's everywhere. And I know there's a couple of people in the year below me who have already like had their West End debut. There's someone in The Cursed Child
No way.
in London. Yeah.
So it shows that the training works.
Yeah.
You're booking
Yeah.
jobs.
Yeah. People are booking jobs. But
Am I right in thinking Sam Tutty went to Italia Conti?
yes. He
No way.
did.
Did you win the Olivier?
Yes, he did
gosh.
for Dear Evan Hansen.
Yes.
I couldn't think of the next show then. I was like, that was actually the show I went to watch. And I was like, wow, he's good. Where did he train? Saw he went to Conti and I applied to Conti.
Okay, let's finish with some quick fire questions. At Italia Conti, what was your favourite class?
Jazz.
Jazz. Okay. What was the biggest life lesson you learned at Italia Conti?
Work hard, play hard.
Work hard, play hard. What is the biggest myth about Italia Conti?
That it's a dance school. It's not just a dance school anymore. I'd say it's like triple threat, well-rounded.
And does everyone feel like they're living the High School Musical dream because of the School for Stars TV show?
All the time. So good. No, I'm joking. Very different to the TV show now, but living the dreams.
Living the dream. Okay, it's been brilliant.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. If you have been listening, don't forget to drop us a 5-star review and a follow. And if you've been watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to see more content from me, my Instagram username is @itsjohnrichmond. And do you want to drop your socials?
Yes. My Instagram is hannah.o.wilson.
Best of luck if you're auditioning for Italia Conti. And thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Bye bye bye. If you want to hear information about a different drama school, go check out another one of our episodes.